can't stop a nigga progress.
What's up? So in this video, I'm going to be analyzing the stats behind all my trades for my 2020 Q2 to Q4 trading history. So basically, based on this video, I'm going to be analyzing all the stats for every single trade I took. And basically in this video, you guys can see I had some crazy results from 5,000 to 426,000, and I go through every single trade individually, showing the results for each trade, win or loss. And don't just think this was luck. You know, for the beginning period, we had a significant losing streak, and we're in a drawdown period for about 40 to 50% of the duration of the whole video. So a significant portion. But luckily, because we managed risk with every single trade, it was very profitable at the end. So yeah, let's get right into it. So this is gonna be my stats for my 2020 Q2 to Q4 trading analysis, right? So yeah, I was taking 5% risk per trade, and I was securing my stops at 1 to 4. So I was putting my stops to break even, rolling stops. And yeah, we had about 200 trades overall, but 3 of them are break even, so we're not going to count it. And then I had 55 wins out of 197 trades, which equals to a 28% win rate. And my ROI was around 8,500%. So this was the result. And this was when I was closing positions at 1 to 5 RR. But if I was closing my positions at 1 to 1, my win rate would have been 54% because most of my trades would go into profit, even my losers, and they would turn around. So I just wanted to see the stats for that. And it turned out that my ROI was significantly lower, way lower. Is only 208% compared to 8,500% had I closed all my trades at 1 to 1. So even though my win rate would have been higher, like almost double, but my ROI would have been way lower. So it makes way more sense to go with the lower win rate and just let my trades run to SL or TP. So the average trades I was taking per day was around 2 to 3 trades. So the mean comes down to 2.25, but you guys can see the stats themselves over here. And the average trades I was taking per month, the non-skewed data was around 30 trades. So maybe around 30 to 35 trades per month. And then you guys can just divide that up per week and so on. And this gives me information. So basically in a month, if I'm taking 40 trades, 45 trades, I'm likely over trading, you know? And yeah, so the percentage winning days I had were, so 41 out of 88 of the days that I was trading, 47% were winning days. And then like I took one trade, maybe 32 out of 80% days. I took 2 trades on 23 out of 88% days. I took 3 trades on 18 out of 88% days. So this accounts for how much percentage. So maybe 36% of the days I was trading, I was only taking 1 trade. 20%, 21% of the days I was trading, I was taking 3 trades and so on. So it gave me a good estimate on approximately how many trades I'm taking. And this was the risk to return I was making on the number of days in comparison to the profit. So 1R is basically how much I'm risking per trade. So 10 Rs, I'm making 10 times what I'm risking. So overall on these trades. So the most profitable, you guys can see, the days I take 2 trades is very profitable overall. And yeah, this is my trading pair analysis. So for gold, I had 11 wins, 21 losses, 34% win rate. And my overall profitability was 34 Rs. So I was making 34 times the original risk. And you guys can see I did this for all of the trades: gold, USD CAD, GBP, JPY, Euro GBP, Euro JPY, NSD JPY, Euro NSD, GBP AUD, AUD JPY, Euro AUD, GBP NSD, and USD JPY. So you guys can see the trades the ones that are yellow and red aren't that profitable, and like I wasn't really following my plan, especially for the lower tier like UJ, GN, EA. They're not really on my plan, so I shouldn't have been trading these anyway. So there were extra losses I was taking for no reason, especially GA as well. My bad. And EN was on the bridge because it was well as traded before, but I removed it. But I added it back on, but I'm more selective on my setups for it. So yeah, you guys can just take a look at this, and you guys can see my win rate is not too high. You know, it varies from around like 20%, 25% from the trade. Like the blue and green are the good pairs, the pairs that I'm focused on mostly, and Euro NSD as well. That's about it. And yeah, you guys can see the stats. So you don't have to win every single trade to be profitable. So this is the average SL I had per trade. This just gives me a way like a thing to look at. So if I'm taking a trade on gold, I know that if my SL is maybe 30 pips, I'm probably cutting myself short, since the mean and the median, like the data shows that my SL is usually around 40 to 50 pips, you know? So that's why this data is really helpful, and you guys can just take a look at it. I'm not going to describe it. It's for USD CAD. My SLs are obviously way tighter for GBP, JPY, and so on, you know? So you guys can just take a screenshot or something like that if you need to see this information. And yeah, for Euro NSD, I didn't have enough wins, so the data was insufficient, so I did not complete the full thing. And yeah, you guys can see, yeah, same thing with GBP AUD, and amongst with the other lower ones that I had over here, like EA, AG, whatever. I didn't take the data for that because there are not enough trades. I'm not trading them anyways because I learned my lesson, so that's fine. And yeah, this is the winning and losing streaks I was having per pair. So this really helps with your mentality. because I know if I'm losing one or two or three trades in a row, it's fine as long as it's within the means of my trading systems. And if I go beyond the losing streaks or the winning streak, I'll find out that something is not right, you know. So for an example is my average losing streak is around 5 for gold, right? And then the mode is like most likely one is around 1. So if I'm having a losing streak, like the non-skew data is about 2, right? So if I'm losing 3 or 4 trades in a row on gold, it's something's wrong. I gotta see what's up. Maybe the market timing, maybe my setup is not as efficient, or or there's news or whatever it is, you know. So it just gives me a heads up on when I need to adjust or when I need to adapt. And yeah, you guys can see this is the data for gold. So the mean is even for the winning streak, I had that as well, just so I know that not to get too confident. You know, if I have a winning streak of 3 trades, data shows that likely I won't be having the fourth winner. You know, so I always gotta have my risk in check and my mindset at the most highest like level functioning possible, you know. So yeah, the NS is basically non-skew data because a lot of times at the beginning of the year my trading wasn't as precise and it wasn't as sharp because I wasn't as focused and I wasn't as selective with my setups and I was just trading everything I could. So that's why I have a really big losing streak, which is 16. But with the non-skew data, it's around 4 because this was a really big outlier. And same thing with my winning streak, it was an outlier as well. So this is the average data, the non-skew data, and so that's for gold. It's for UC. The mean is around 2 winning streak, and then even with the losing streak, it's about 50-50. And you guys can just go through this data. GJ didn't have enough wins, and so the data was insufficient. So this is not like this is not that true. It could be slightly higher, slightly lower, but I have enough data for the losses. So the losses basically tell me once I go beyond my mean, that maybe something's not right. And if I go beyond my highest, then it's like, okay, something's up, you know. And yeah, you guys can just screenshot any of the data that you guys want to study yourself. But yeah, that's there. And yeah, so as I said here, as the skill set, patience, and systems develop, the losing streaks significantly decreased going on into the year. Thus, some of the data for them may be largely skewed. So that was a fact, you know, like for Ian, and like for every single pair, almost the highest is not really relevant of my skill set, just because my skill set got way better and I was more selective with my setups going on into the year, and even better now. So yeah, this is the winning streaks and losing streaks overall. So this was per pair, and this is just overall. So this shows that I won one trade in a row 25 times. I won 2 trades in a row 5 times. I won 3 trades in a row 5 times, and I won one. I don't even know what this means, but yeah, whatever. I think this was 4. I don't even know. I think I messed up, but it is what it is. So yeah, the mean winning trades on a winning streak is around 2. So I might win 2 trades in a row, but yeah, most likely it's one or yeah one, and the highest I had was 5. On a losing streak, so the non-skewed data is 3. So most likely if I'm losing, I might lose around 3 trades in a row. But most likely I'm just gonna lose 1 or 2 trades as the mode and median dictate. And this is the highest. So the non-skew data, it's either 12 or 8 to 7. So the data was really weird. So that's why I had to give a lot of variables. Like this was horrible, but it is what it is. But this is included in the results over here. So I got these results even with this 26 trade losing streak. So that's why you got to manage risk. You know, even if I could overcome this, like what's holding me back? You know, that's the mindset I go into every single trade. But yeah, this was like once trades start going over 8 to 7 or 12, it's like it's probably a bad period, maybe like around Christmas time and so on. Not always, but I'm just saying a random example, right? And yeah, so the percentage chance of having all winners or losers on a specific day is, so for me to have all winners on a day is was only 14 out of 88 days, which is 16% of days. So that's why you don't want to over leverage, because the chances that I'm going to win every single trade is only 16%. So it's not worth it at all. And the chances that I'm going to have all losers is 53% if I'm taking 1 to 4 trades. But if I'm taking around two plus trades, so not one trade, if I'm taking 2 or more, it's only 35%. So the chance I'm going to have all losers if I take 2 plus trades is 35%. So that basically means that if I take 2 or more trades, if I take 1 trade, the chances are this, right? But if I take 2 or more, I have a higher chance of winning because I'm only gonna have all losers 35% of the time if I'm taking 2 plus trades. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, the percentage chance of profitable days per trades taken. So if I take 1 trade, like on the days I took 1 trade, the percentage chance the day is gonna be profitable is 22%, and the profitably calculated was 10R. And then the most profitable were the days I take 2 trades. I have a 52% chance of being profitable for the day. The days I take 3 trades, I have a 72% chance of being profitable for the day. And the days I take 4 trades, I have a 60% chance. So you guys can see the least profitable days I usually have if I'm only taking one day or more than 4 plus. But yeah, so the most like You guys can say the golden zone is when I'm taking around 2 to 3 trades. So that's what I aim for now, knowing this information, because I give myself the highest chance of profitability. Because when I take 2 or 3 trades, even if I lose 1 trade or 2 trades, it's fine because that one winner, since I'm using 1 to 5 risk to reward, it covers the losses and therefore ensures profitability for the day. So this data really helps me because now I'm trying to take 2 or 3 trades per day. Not too much, not too less, just the right sweet spot. So this is the average win rate I had per month. And is one pattern you guys might notice is my win rate is increasing substantially as time goes on, as I'm more selective with my setups. That's why I was saying back over here, this losing streak and winning streak data is sort of it's sort of skewed heavily, a lot of the data, just because the crazy losing streaks was because it was usually at the beginning of the year as my win rate was lower and it increased. So for April it was 18%, May it was 17%. Look, I'm only winning like 5 or 4 trades these months per day, and then I only won three trades in August, but it's fine, it's part of the game. But even with 3 trades, like 3 times 5, that's 15. So it would have been a break-even month. Nonetheless, I followed my risk and it's profitable. So yeah, that's the average win rate per month, and these are the conclusions I came up with. So letting trades run to TP or SL is exponentially more profitable, as you guys saw, because when I was using 1 to 1, it was only around 200% profit. So I aim for 2 to 3 trades per day and roughly around 8 per week. Overall, 47% chance of a winning day. So I don't want to over leverage because there's only a 47% chance that I'm gonna win that day. So why would I play myself? So yeah, I'll stick. These are the pairs I'm gonna stick to. Also, your NSD now, but yeah, I added that on a bit later on. So the average losing streak is about 3 trades. So now I know my systems. If I take 4 trades, I'm likely gonna win one. So that's why I trade without emotion now. And yeah, this is it. You guys can just go through this if you guys really need, and I'm just gonna be giving you guys some bonuses. So one bonus is this book right here, The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a really good book. It's a fun read. It's an interesting story. But the main thing we want to get to here are the 5 laws of gold, the principles of wealth. And these were true 1,000 years back, they were true 10,000 years back, and they're true to this day. So the first one is save at least 10% of all you earn for an investment fund for the future. So it's not always for an investment fund, maybe just to secure your financial stability, your mental stability, or even I would say to donate 10%. People call it tithing, and it's also in Sikhism where people donate 10% of what they earn just to help people out. And generally, when you give back to the universe and you help out, the universe helps return that favor back because you're putting out the vibration of positivity and giving back and abundance. So that's what you get back because that's the vibration you're living at. So yeah, learn to live on 90% or less of your income. This relates to the first rule. You could survive on even less. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, invest your accumulated capital into projects that will provide a safe, steady income, taking full advantage of compounding of the interest received. So yeah, once you start making money, you don't want to just blow it on stuff like depreciating assets. Rather, invest it into wise investments and with people who are going into the next rule, who are experts at what they do. So yeah, you don't want to be just trading with like your life savings the first month into trading. You want to first of all get experienced or get someone who's experienced to manage funds for you or whatever it is. That usually does not go well with most traders, just because like if someone's really profitable, why would they be managing small amounts of funds? But yeah, so be careful with this. Always watch out who you're investing with, and if your money is safe, it'll stay with you because money hates where it's endangered. So if you're endangering your money, it's gonna run away from you. So yeah, it says buy the house you live in so you don't waste money on rent. So yeah, if you can get by on rent, that's fine at the beginning, but eventually you want to own where you live in, right? And have a realistic insurance program. So always be careful and always be ready for the worst case scenario, just so you can have a plan B, plan C, whatever it is, and that way you won't be putting too much importance, which goes into reality transurfing and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you don't put too much importance, you don't generate excess potential. And you always keep working at various ways and means of increasing your income. You don't never stop. You always gotta adapt. You always gotta improve. So that's that. And another thing I wanted to share was this book right here, Reality Transurfing. But these are just notes from it. You guys can just screenshot anything. And this book was really helpful. But this is like a summary of it. This is from a Reddit post I got. I just made it into a document. So yeah, it's The Art of Reality Transurfing, or Art of Transurfing Reality. It's a book by Vladimir Zelin, and it's a really, really good book. And yeah, you guys can just pause this and go through the video. I'm not going to go through it individually, but yeah, I'll just quickly go through it. The space of variations is basically like, it's like potentials that are not yet materialized. So basically, like when you visualize something, you're basically visualizing in the space of variations. It's not yet materialized, but it's still there. And the space of variations has infinite amount of possibilities. So you can literally win the lottery tomorrow. You could do like, or even bad negative things as well, right? But yeah, so you basically want to align yourself with the space of variations to an area in the space of variations that is of your liking, and you can do that by aligning your mind and your heart, so your soul and your mind. And once they're both aligned, and this talked about in the book, right? Then once you align both of them, you can literally surf, as in like when you have a boat and you're surfing on the waves of reality, and you can basically dictate the direction you want to head. So pendulums are like forces that usually work against you or work with you, and they generally like capture your attention. So an example of a pendulum could be, even forex is a pendulum. It's a pendulum for trading, and so you can become a pendulum favorite when you're a really good trader. You're a pendulum favorite, and at the beginning, the pendulum suck you in. Like like beginning traders, you get enticed by the large amount of money you can potentially make, so you blow all your beginning accounts because they get energy from your emotions. Another pendulum could be your family. It's a pendulum. It's a systematic system within you, so it could be beneficial or negative. It all depends on your outlook on it. And but the main key thing about pendulums is if you have awareness, they lose control over you. So if you're aware of your emotions, you're aware of what you're doing, pendulums lose control over you because they can't take in what's they can't take from an empty cup, right? Since you're aware. Yeah, that's that. You guys can just you're free to pause anything or go through this. And yeah, the wave of luck is like waves of fortune that like that's when you're on good lifelines, when you're on that's when your soul and mind are aligned and you're on positive waves, and like there's good things happening to you, and you can keep that up by showing more gratitude and being more positive, and just working hard and working towards your goal, working towards your ambitions, and following your dreams, following your life purpose, and just like following your personal legend, I would say, from a really good book as well. I forgot the name. But yeah, so excessive potential, this is very, very important. So this happens when you put too much importance on a subject. An example of excessive potential is when you over leverage. When you over leverage, you are putting too much importance behind one trade, and thus balancing forces are going to be coming to restore that extra energy you put out. And the easiest way to restore that energy is by blowing that trade. You over leverage your account, it'll blow the account, and now you are no longer putting out the excessive potential because now you're sad. It's balanced out. So you don't want to put excessive potential in anything because it usually does not work towards your favor. And like, yeah, that's actually really, really important. And yeah, this is just some key things. This is some like energy vibrations you're putting out. Like if you put out a sense of guilt, you're basically telling the universe, "Hey, punish me." If you're like even saying excessive desire, like you need to make money, right? So you're basically telling the universe, "Make sure I don't get it," because universe aligns with your vibration. So if your vibration is desire, that's not the same vibration of abundance. And yeah, you guys can just read through the key points or whatever. Induce transitions. Uh, yeah. So basically, you create your own luck. To be honest, you can just read through this. I would probably not give you a good explanation on this exact one for now, because I'm just quickly going through this. And yeah, the rest of the morning stars. This is like following your intuition, following the signs, following the omens, because the universe will show you signs when you're following your life path, when you're following your personal legend. And if you're not, then you're likely not going to be getting, you might be getting signs that you're not on the right path. But when you're following your personal legend, when you're following your life's true purpose, something that makes you smile every day, something that fulfills your soul, then you're going to be getting a lot of signs to show you that you're on the right path. And yeah, the current of variations, you guys can just go through this for yourself because I probably won't give you a good explanation for now because I didn't really go through this recently. I went through it a while back. Yeah. So intent, that's very, very important. Intent is basically like the desire, not even the desire, it's literally to do something, the intention to act. So basically, when you want to raise your arm, do you say, "Hey, I want to raise my arm"? No, you don't. You basically literally have the intent to raise your arm and you do it. There's no thinking about it. You just do it. Same thing. I tested this out in my dream. So I was lucid dreaming, and in my lucid dream, I wanted to materialize a car in my dream. Like I don't really need a car, but I was testing this out. Because I knew about the purpose of intent, and I wanted to see, like, because words have power, right? So in my dream, I kid you not, I said I want a car. I want a car. I said it many times, but I was lucid dreaming, and it didn't materialize at all. But as soon as I said I intend to have a car, immediately my vision went slightly blurry for about a millisecond, and then the car materialized in front of me, and it was awesome. And then I realized the power of intent. So yeah, whenever I lucid dream, I say I intend to, and then it happens. If I say I want, it doesn't happen because Generally, the universe doesn't give you what you want; it gives you what you intend. And yeah, you guys can go through that, positive, whatever you need. And so yeah, slides are like visualizations, but for rather than visualization, you're trying to picture yourself in a scenario that has not yet materialized. Like maybe you're trying to visualize billions of dollars, but you don't even have your first six figures yet, right? Or like whatever, five figures, four figures, three figures. The number doesn't matter because if you can make a dollar, you can make a million or a billion or a trillion more, right? So don't worry about the numbers. But yeah, so slides basically are visualizing, but visualizing and believing and living through the slide itself. So living through your visualization. So once you visualize it, imagine yourself still in that state and walking through your day and living through your day as is, rather than just visualizing it and then going on and imagining it as a distant scenario. Because if you're showing it as a distance, it's going to be way further. Rather, visualize it like it's around the corner and you feel it already and live through that. Live how you would live as you were visualizing your slide. So feel the same emotion, the same energy. Treat those people the same way you would have had you already achieved your slide, already materialized it. So that goes to the next thing, visualization. So yeah, it says focus on the goal of whatever. Yeah, you guys can read this yourself, but so you're not, look, as it says, you're not moved by the goal itself, but by the visualization of the process of moving towards the goal. So you don't always have to visualize yourself having your final goal. You can visualize yourself, for example, for trading. You can visualize yourself taking solid trades, following your plan, cutting losses, accepting wins. So you can visualize the process. So that will help your performance as well. 333, the soul trail. So this is like your own individual personal legend or your own path. And yeah, so if you're following your true soul path through the doors that are meant for you, then you'll be truly happy, and the universe will conspire to give you everything you desire. But if you're not, if you're following someone else's path, like if your parents are telling you, hey, you got to do this, you got to be accountant, you got to be a doctor, you got to be so and so, then you're not following your true path. But if that's your path, it is what it is. Like, obviously, some people that's their path and they truly enjoy it. But if you follow your true path, the universe will support you and give you signs. So you got to really find out your true path, and it might be hard. But one tip I would say is when you're gonna go to sleep, just intend, like, just say that I intend, like, to your subconscious mind and so on, I intend to know more about my personal legend, or I intend to know more about my life path. And you might get very, very subtle signs at the beginning in your dreams. Like, for an example, you might see a lot of trees or something like that, and you can see what that means, intuitively try to feel what that means, right? You might be running a lot in your dream. Maybe you're meant to be a runner or something like that. Who knows? Just a random example, but yeah, that's like, that kind of helps me as well. But yeah, you might have to develop a good relationship with your subconscious mind over time through conscious acceptance and conscious pursuit of the relationship between you and your higher self. So that will help you when you intend to figure out things from your dreams. And that, like, you got to develop your intuition as well. So that could be done through meditation, through a lot of different things, to cleaning up your diet, to fixing your health, using a lot of substances that are positive, like shilajit and stuff like that, which helps decalcify your pineal gland. So yeah, the goals and doors, and yeah, you guys can read through yourself. So doors, like, it's basically the door that's meant for you. So like your life path, like, if you're meant to be the best, the best, like the best chef in the world, and you're in school for computer science, that's not really your door. It's probably not going to resonate well with you, and you're going to hate your life. So yeah, so you got to find your right doors, and you got to find that, and that's the hardest thing. Maybe it's not the hardest thing, but for some, like, you just got to find out what resonates with you, what you truly love and what you truly enjoy. So yeah, so live by the dictates of your soul, bring soul and mind into harmony. So that's basically your soul, like your heart and your mind into harmony. So how you feel and how you think. So if what you're thinking, you can do this through meditation. You can help bring your soul into alignment. To bring your mind into alignment, you can use affirmations, like visualization, a lot of different things. Just everything you possibly can do, you do it. Do not yield to extraneous influences. So then put other people's goals. For an example, might be your parents, your friends, your family, or so on. Like maybe a boss who's making you like work. Whatever it is. So do not fight with anyone or anything, because when you fight, you basically give them energy. You're fighting with pendulums. You're basically fighting yourself. So don't give anything energy. Accept it for what it is, because you are basically the observer of your reality. You're not even yourself. You might know it or you might not know it, but you're just the observer behind that. You are the awareness of the consciousness that is you. So yeah, you have your physical body, your ego, it is what it is, but you are the awareness behind that. And the proof is like, if you get really tired, just focus on your breathing. You're gonna realize that it's not even you breathing, it's your body breathing, and you're just aware of that. Use what life offers you, use all of your gifts, and be grateful for it, because a blessing ignored turns into a curse. Be afraid of nothing, because the universe always conspires to give you what you desire, you know? Because even if you're getting something bad, it might be to take you onto the right path. Because eventually it wants you to follow your personal legend. So don't ignore the signs. Choose your path and act consistently, and everything will turn out. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot. And yeah, cheers. Till the next video. Hustle, relentless, patience pays. Peace out, guys.
Going blind, to hide your tears. Had a lot of murder on my mind, but in God I fear. Took Youngton and Crenshaw around the globe in a year. Remember riding solo, now it's Escalades in my rear. I just hustle, motivate, be prolific, hold down the state. My big brother hustle the great. I know Kyrie Supreme relate. I know J-Rock Hoggy relate. Black Sam Adam relate. Key to J Stone relate. Lauren Pac-Man, it's love I wanna see. I wish I knew when the storm came.